Hi guys, this is Bree with Clay County Conservation Board. I am your Clay County naturalist. Today we have another critter that you can find quite a bit with all this rain we are having, and it has no legs, no hands, and if it gets if the bottom of the body gets pulled off, it may grow another bottom. Does anyone guess what it is? And you'll find it in mud. Yeah, that's right, it is a worm. So I found a worm on my walk at Oneota Park, and this is an earthworm. An earthworm is because it has a reddish body, and you can kind of see the red on the segment of a body as well. So when I say segment, it's parts of their body. So we have bones and they have segments. So they are they're invertebrate. So that means they have no backbone. So do you have a backbone? Check out your backbone. Can you check it out? Oh yeah, it's right on your back. That's right. So the invertebrate means there's no backbone, and they have segment bodies. And this is, so their head is on one part of the body. So this is their head. And the other part of their body is their bum, is their butt. And if it does get pulled off, they will probably grow back. And they don't have lungs. They breathe through their skin. They breathe the oxygen through their skin. So that's why you will see a lot of worms out when it's raining, because they're trying to breathe through that. They're trying to breathe through their skin, and it's a lot of water. So they're trying to get some breath, fresh air, get a breath. That's why you see them a lot when it is raining. Now, do you know what this eats? Do you think it eats cheeseburgers? What about ice cream? No, it doesn't eat ice cream or cheeseburgers. It eats dead things. So dead things on the ground. We find these on the ground, and you can see I was searching for some worms with my hands. So you can find these on the ground, and they eat dead things on the ground. So what can be dead on the ground? Yeah, so dead animals. So they could eat after all the beetles eat the dead animals, then they wouldn't eat the flesh of a dead animal, but they will eat the remains, like the leftovers after the beetles. And then also they will eat dead plants. They'll eat soil, so they'll eat dirt. And so if they eat dead plants and soil or dirt, what do you think their scat is? Yeah, their scat, their poop, the animal poop is made of soil and dirt. So you probably sat on worm scat. You probably, if you were digging in the mud, you probably touched worm scat. They look like chocolate covered nerds. They look like chocolate covered nerds in a group pile. So I will show you a pile here of worm scat, and if you have a lot of earthworms, you'll see a lot of worm scat. So let me change the camera here. So it is right, let's change it a little more. It is right here, and it looks like chocolate covered nerds, and I'm gonna pick it up because it is just soil. So so here is the worm scat, and it looks like chocolate covered nerds in a pile. And if you have lots of those, then you know you have worm scat or earthworms. There is 3,000 species of earthworms. And earthworms, when I was a kid, I would always, after a rainy day, I'd always go out with a flashlight and find worms, and that would be my bait for fishing. So they are, we use it for bait for fishing, like bluegill and bass and crappies love worms, and perch too. And also birds eat worms. Do you know what kind of birds eat worms? Yeah, robins will eat worms, and also chickadees will eat worms. And then salamanders will eat worms as well. And toads or frogs will eat some worms if they're hungry too. So here's our earthworm. So I encourage you to go out to areas, especially in this moist and this wet time that we're having with quite a bit of rain. I encourage you to go see if you can find some earthworms. Now, if your parents is okay with it, see if you can get, let me see some dirty hands. See if you can get dirty, muddy hands a little more than Miss Bree. Okay, see if you can find some worms. You can look at it. You can look at them. You can see if you can find their scat, and then just let them go, and see if you can find some worms. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. And if you see me around throughout the summer, be sure to give me a wave, say hi, and we will see you guys later. Have a good rest of the day.